Chalk up the Seahawks 26-21 win over the Jets to perseverance, some good luck, and just some pure, true grit and determination by an opportunistic defense. Let's get to the
But our guys are resilient, and we didn't bat an eye. We stayed the course. I mean, there's some crazy sequences of events that just happened, and but you got to stick to the plan. You got to stay together, and our guys did that. And then to be able to close it out was awesome for us. Obviously, a lot of things obviously we got to clean up on really all three phases. We got to protect the ball better in the kicking game for sure. So we'll definitely review that, and it'd be great. We need to be able to convert in the black zone, the low red zone on offense. So. But it's great to be able to close it out. It was a great drive at the end by our offense. We nominated Dicko as the honorary player of the game for not being available for us having to work fourth down. But in all seriousness, I mean, do want to just officially, I don't know how this works, but if we can nominate Leonard Williams for Player of the Week, he's just playing at an all-time league level, and to have a pick six. I think they told me he was going about 17.5 miles an hour, which was pretty fast for a man that size. So. Either J. Maya could have gone out there and punted, or we would have gone for it. So would have been 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It was a couple missed tackles here, and then we had a miscommunication on another one. So we gotta take a look at that, make sure we're on the same page and go in the right direction. Bunch of tests and stuff, and I think he's doing all right now. We'll see.
I speak in the highest regard for Leo. I think right now he's playing at a Defensive Player of the Year caliber. For sure, Player of the Month. These past 2 weeks he's balling. It's just his approach. I mean, he takes care of his body off the field. He locks in and is a great leader during the week. Despite all that's going on, he's so steady. And then above all that, he's incredibly talented. And when he takes advantage of a matchup, I mean, he senses it. When play one, there's blood in the water for the whole game. And we needed him today. I mean, he was a difference maker. And just stay steady. And I think throughout the game, we were just like, I don't know, our swag was just going up despite all the crazy stuff that was happening. And we knew, second half we were going to start it off right and try to finish the game. From the first quarter. That was a good play. Obviously, that's a really good running back. He's elusive, he's strong, and I was able to square him up, get, I think, my helmet on the ball, and jar it loose. Big play, and I'm happy. It's great. I think it starts from the top with John and crew, and just a vision for what we wanted to do. Just personnel things. Obviously, you guys know it's been a lot of change this past month for sure. And it was just a cohesive effort to stay together. We made the decision to not just do the same things and just expect a different result. We just had a sharper approach. Like I mentioned before, we stayed committed to challenging each other, taking things personally in practice to where we had that confidence and swag going into games. Despite the wins, I think our approach is to treat Monday is Monday, Wednesday is Wednesday, no matter what the situation is. And so, that's great that where we're at in the division, but we have stuff to do. Arizona's a solid team, and they're gonna try to get one back on us next week. And so, same approach, attack mentality. That's our mindset.
A little crazy, but I thought we did a great job at weathering the storm. Coach McDonald talked to us about really just locking in and banding together for the rest of the season. I thought today was an example of that. When things were kind of going haywire, I thought guys pulled together. There was great leadership on the sidelines, and then Leo made the play that really turned the game, and from there we were in the game and found a way to get it done.
Did you realize Michael Dixon was hurt and you guys were going for fourth downs in those situations?
Yeah, they communicated to me in the headset, so I was aware of that. And we found a way to get it done. The circumstances weren't all perfect, but we found a way to stand there. Just to tip it to himself and then caught it in stride. And then, like most big guys, they're not picking their knees up as they cross that end zone. But I thought he was doing a great job. He was moving on that one. And, that play changed the game. Just really praying for him, just hoping he was all right. And just glad to see him get back.
Talk about the offensive line. Obviously, Satoya, he gets his first start. Can you just talk about how you guys persevered through a game like this and you came out ahead, offensive line as a unit?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta look at the tape. I mean, I thought we played well up front as a unit. We got some stuff to clean up. I think Gino got hit a couple times, maybe gave a couple sacks, but I thought when we had an opportunity to run the ball, we stayed with it and we did pretty well. It's a great front that we were playing. They didn't have C.J. Mosley, but they got so many other guys that they're good in their front. So yeah, it was a good team. I think we stepped up and played pretty well. We played well enough to win.
You converted a couple 4th and 1, but they were back-to-back, but there were penalties on the defense. Can you talk about that at all? Or, I guess it's not up to you, but you know what I'm saying?
About like converting?
Yeah, because it's 4th and 1, and then they had a penalty, and there's another 4th and 1 to keep the drive going. Let's more talk about the perseverance of your offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're gonna do. Whenever we get this opportunity to play this game, we all love it, and we all cherish every snap, every moment. So, when we get a chance to go out there and compete, we're gonna keep competing.
That's what your second start now?
In my career?
No. I mean for the Seahawks.
It's your old team.
Just this season?
Yeah. Is it third?
I think it's 3.
It's 3. But the point is, how you feeling now after the 3 starts?
How am I feeling?
Yeah,
I
comfortable.
feel like I'm, working on things, getting better. I think that's just kind of what this staff wants out of me for the rest of the season. Like, can I get better? Can I continue to lead and make the right points and things of that nature? So, we're going to see the film and what we need.
We knew their run tendencies and their style of run, and I knew how they protected and stuff like that, which allowed me to play fast. That's a big deal, being able to play fast and understanding the offense. But it was different from last week because it was that very specific play where I just knew if I did this, it might be a good thing for me. And there wasn't too much of that this game.
The play before. They didn't score after the second quarter. What did you guys do today defensively? I mean, even of course they did have more weird circumstances, but what did you guys feel like you did defensively?
I didn't even notice that they didn't score after the second quarter. Like you just said, it was a funky game. There was a lot of stuff happening in this game, but overall I'm just happy with the way the team played with grit and just kept playing. Like I said, it was a sloppy game on both sides, to be honest. And there was a lot of stuff going on. And then in the end of the day, we pulled. Remember pass rushing, and somebody almost got Rodgers, and that's why he threw it, too far for the receiver or whatever happened. I think he's an older guy, doesn't want to take big hits like that anymore. So sometimes if he feels a guy coming full speed at him, he's just going to chuck it and dug. And we had him in another situation where Mike just called a great call and it paid off.
You are now.
That's pretty awesome. History, baby.
All right, so there you go. Some post-game videos. You heard from Leonard Williams, who had the pick 6 over here, and the longest one by a defensive lineman in NFL history. So there you go. And then obviously you heard from Mike McDonald and a little bit about Geno Smith. And look, what this win is about is that the Seahawks know how to win ugly, and the defense, and now the offense kind of knows, they know when to play. When it matters most, the Seahawks are able to convert. This was an ugly game. There's just no doubt about that. But the defense continues to take a step forward. I mean, Tyrese Knight, you saw that. Julian Love continues to be a steady influence, the brainchild of the defense. And, Leonard Williams is playing, out of his mind on way to, he's got a chance to be Defensive Player of the Year right now. He's playing like that if he continues to be consistent. The running game still wasn't where it needs to be. Short yardage. Seahawks got to get that right. And a couple times 4th and 1, they didn't get it. But the Jets were called for penalties on that one drive, on back-to-back. And that, again, I think those are forced penalties, and you earn that. So, really, this win was about the Seahawks winning ugly. But as Mike McDonald said, you know what? You earned the right to play in December, and this is when the games matter. So the Seahawks, they're top of the NFC West. The Cardinals lost tonight. San Francisco take on the Bills. And, the Rams are playing New Orleans. But the Seahawks, everything is there for them in their hands, in their destiny, because they go to play the Arizona Cardinals next week. For the CascadiaSports.net report, I'm Vida Mara. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and subscribing. And yes, live from MetLife in New Jersey.